Hello and welcome students. So this is the part 2 of chapter 8, the world of animals. So in first part we discuss about the movement in animals, movement in reptiles, in mammals, and the breathing system or breathing organs in different animals. So in part 2 we will going to learn about the feeding habits of different animals and or how we can group the animals on the basis of their feeding habit and the migration in animals. So on the basis of feeding habit we categorize animals into three groups: herbivorous, omnivorous, and carnivorous. So let's discuss all the three groups. So first one is herbivorous. So what are herbivores? How we will define that? Animals that feed on plants are called herbivorous. So they have sharp incisors for biting and broad molars to chew and grind the food. Molars are present at the backside of jaw and incisors are present at the front. So they will help to bite the fruits or anything. For example, cows, goat, deer, and in squirrels they have small and sharp front teeth. Such animal called as rodents. So herbivorous, the animal which eat or which feed on the plants are called herbivorous. So next is carnivorous. So carnivorous may be defined as the flesh eating animals or the animal which feed on the flesh of the another animals are carnivorous. Lions, tiger, they are example of carnivorous animal. They have sharp, pointed and curved canines for tearing the flesh and broad molars for chewing and grinding the bones of the prey. These are the animal, but in birds also there are carnivorous bird. Birds have beak specially designed to catch and eat their food. For example, eagles and owls eat flesh of small animals such as rats. They have strong, sharp and hooked beaks. With the help of their beaks, they can easily tear the flesh of the small animals. Next is omnivorous. So some human beings, cows, crows, peacock and bears are omnivorous. What are omnivorous? They eat both plants also, plant-based food also, and the flesh of other animals. They have sharp canines for tearing flesh and broad flat molars for crushing vegetable matters. Now there are three groups we discussed all: herbivorous, carnivorous and omnivorous. Now checkpoint we have: give one example of the following. Herbivorous, you can give cow or any animal which feed on the plant. Carnivorous, which eat the flesh of other animals. Rodent, the small animals who have sharp teeth like rat, squirrel, they all are rodent. Now the last topic of your chapter is migration. So some animals travel long distance every year to escape extreme weathers and to give birth to young ones. So in search of food. So this long movement of animal from one place to another is called migration. And they also return to their home when the condition become favorable. Now we are going to discuss about some examples of animals that migrate long distance every year. So the first example is the Arctic terns migrate every winter from Arctic region to Antarctic region where it is summer at all time. They make the longest migration, about 35,000 kilometer. So they travel 35,000 kilometer to escape from the weather. Now, eels swim fresh water to salt water to lay eggs. When the eggs hatch, the young eels travel back to the fresh water. That is also migration. What is the purpose? To lay eggs in salt water. Then the European storks migrate to Africa from Europe every winter and return to Europe in spring. So they are also travel due to the weather. And Siberian cranes and Mallard's duck come from India every winter. This is also an example of migration. So the animals travel very long distance, but how they keep on tracking that where they are? So they take the help of sun or stars. Some animal take help of sea current, and some use landforms like they follow the rivers or they follow the mountain range or the coastline to reach their destination. Now some important word related to the chapter. First is habitat. What is habitat? The natural surrounding in which animals live is called its habitat. Then fin. Fin is the type of limbs which grow on a body of a fish that's help in moving forward. Steering means changing the direction or balancing the body in the water. Then the lungs, the spongy elastic bag like organs that help in breathing in some animals, mostly in mammals. Mammals breathe through lungs. Then spiracles, they are tiny holes on the bodies of insect that help in exchanges of gases. So it is also used in breathing process. Then last is migration. What is migration? The long movement of animal from one place to another and back to their original home. And why they move from one place to another? Either to find shelter or to escape from the extreme weather conditions. So touchdown of the chapter. Then we have exercise question. So for this I am going to make a separate video, part 3 of the chapter. You can check it there. And I hope all the chapter is clear to you. I will also share part 1 link in the description. And thanks for watching.